Hello all, welcome to online lecture series on first order partial differential equation. This is the continuation of the previous lecture. We are solving the partial differential equations which are of Lagrange's type, that is first order linear partial differential equations. So we write the auxiliary equations and using either the method of grouping or method of multipliers, we obtain two independent solutions. U of xyz is equals to C1 and V of xyz is equals to C2, so that the general solution of that PDE gives phi of u comma v is equals to 0, where phi is any arbitrary function. So here we have the problem which is asked to find the integral surface of the PDE x into y square plus z into p minus y into z, x square plus z is equals to q, which is equal to x square minus y square into z, which contains the straight line x plus y is equal to 0 comma z is equals to 1. This is a partial differential equation, precisely linear first order linear partial differential equation. So we are asked to find the integral surface which satisfies this partial differential equation. So the procedure is same, we find its solution, but using these two the given condition that it contains the straight lines x plus y is equal to 0 and z is equal to 1, we can also find the arbitrary function phi. What is the value of the arbitrary function phi? So first let us find the general solution of this PDE. So when we compare the given PDE with capital P into P plus Q into Q is equals to R. This is the general form of Lagrange's linear equation. So what is P in this case? P is equal to x into y square plus z, and Q is equals to minus y into x square plus z, and R is equal to x square minus y square into z. So we write the auxiliary equations. Auxiliary equations are dx by p, that is dx by x into y square plus z is equal to dy by q, that is minus y into x square plus z is equal to dz by r. R is, what is r? Z into x square minus y square. Now we cannot group the terms, so we go for multipliers. So check what set of multipliers can we take so that L into P plus M into Q plus N into R becomes 0. So we may go for x, y and z, because if we take L is equals to x, M is equals to y and N is equals to z, let us see what happens to LP plus MQ plus NR. What does LP plus MQ plus NR gives? L into P, that is x square y square plus x square z square plus x square z square, and M into Q gives minus y square x square minus y square z. Here it is. What did I write here? X square y square plus x square z, and this is minus y square x square minus y square z if we multiply this with y. And what do we have? NR. NR is z into r, that is z square x square minus z square y square. So let us see whether we can cancel the terms or not. Plus x square y square minus x square y square. And what do we have here? I think we went wrong somewhere. Z square x square, z square y square. So I think x, y, z does not work. Let us take x, y and 1. So if it is x, y and 1, let us see what happens. Zx square minus zy square. Zx square minus 1. Let us take minus 1. N is equals to minus 1. So that it gives minus here and plus here. Minus zx square plus zx square minus y square z plus y square z. So this is the these are the set of multipliers. L is x, m is y and n is minus 1. Previously I took z here, z did not work there. So I changed it to minus 1. So that LP plus MQ plus NR became 0 and hence L into dx plus m into dy plus n into dz becomes 0. Therefore, L dx plus m dy plus n dz is equal to 0. That is x dx plus y dy minus 1 into dz is equal to 0. On integrating we get x square by 2 plus y square by 2 minus z is equals to c1. This is first solution. X square by 2 plus y square by 2 minus z is equal to c1. Now for the second set of multipliers, what shall we take the second set of multipliers? We can choose, I think we can choose L is equals to 1 by x, m is equals to 1 by y and n is equals to 1 by z. Let us check whether this works or not. So we consider LP plus MQ plus NR. LP plus MQ plus NR gives L into P. X gets cancelled. We have y square plus z. N into Q. Y gets cancelled. We have minus x square minus z. N is 1 by z. Z and 1 by z cancel and we have x square minus y square. So that y square minus y square, x square minus x square, z minus z, it becomes 0. So this works. Is equals to 0. So L is 1 by x, m is 1 by y and n is 1 by z. Use LP plus MQ plus NR as 0. So here you have one interesting fact. When you can find the set of multipliers, it makes you so happy. Therefore what happens? L dx plus m dy plus n dz is equal to 0. That is 1 by x plus 1 by y plus 1 by x dx plus 1 by y dy plus 1 by z dz is equals to 0. Upon integrating, integral of 1 by x is log x, integral of 1 by y dy log y, integral of 1 by z dz is log z. So log x plus log y plus log z is equal to log c2. So that x y z is equals to c2. This is the second solution. So we obtain two solutions, x square by 2 plus y square by 2 minus z is equal to c1, x y z is equals to c2. So now we have to eliminate the constants c1 and c2 because we are given some condition that this surface contains the straight lines x plus y is equal to 0 and z is equal to 1. So because it contains, every point should satisfy that x plus y must be 0 and z is equal to 1. So what happens when z is equals to 1 in this solution? So let us write the solutions here. The two solutions. The two solutions are, first one is x square plus y square minus 2z is equals to 2c1, or simply we call that 2c1 as a. And second one is x y z is equals to c2, or let us call that as b, because here we used a, we use b here. So these are the two solutions. Now we are given that this passes through the line z is equals to 1. So put z is equals to 1 here. So if z is equals to 1 in equation 1, what do we get? X square plus y square minus 2 is equals to a. That is x square plus y square is equal to a plus 2. Let us call this as equation 3. Now another line equation is x plus y is equal to 0. So let us try to find x plus y is equal to x plus y from 2 and 3. And what happens when z is equals to 1 in equation 2? It gives xy is equals to b. So from equation 2, if z is equals to 1, we get xy is equals to b. So these are 3 and 4 equations. Now from 3 and 4, you can write x square plus y square minus 2xy is equals to a plus 2 minus 2b. That is, what are we doing? Equation 3 minus 2 into equation 4. 3 minus 2 into equation 4. X square plus y square minus 2xy is equal to a plus 2 minus 2b. X square plus y square minus 2xy can be written as x minus y. Oh, this is x minus y. So let us take plus 2xy here. So that plus 2y. The x square plus y square plus 2xy becomes x plus y whole square is equals to a plus 2 plus 2b. But we are given that x plus y is equal to 0. But because the surface contains x plus y is equal to 0, we get a plus 2 plus 2b is equal to 0. But what is a plus 2? It is x square plus y square. Plus 2b is plus 2xy is equals to 0. So substituting x plus y is equal to 0, we obtain a plus 2 plus 2b is equal to 0. Okay. A plus 2 plus 2b is equal to 0. But what is a here? X square plus y square minus 2z plus 2. A, this is a plus 2 plus 2b. What is 2b? 2xyz is equal to 0. So this is the surface required, integral surface for the given partial differential equation which contains the straight line equations x plus y is equal to 0 and z is equals to 1. So we took the auxiliary equations, we obtained two independent solutions and we substituted these two conditions to combine and form a required integral surface. Now we see another example in which we are asked to find the general solution of the partial differential equation x square minus yz into p plus y square minus zx into q is equal to z square minus xy. This is a first order linear differential equation because the degree of p and q is 1 and it is in the form of, it is in Lagrange's form of PDE. So the given PDE is of the form P into P plus Q into Q is equals to R. Here, what is P? P is x square minus yz and Q is y square minus zx and R is z square minus xy. Now consider the auxiliary equations as usual. The auxiliary equations are dx by p, that is dx by x square minus yz is equal to dy by q, that is dy by y square minus zx is equal to dz by r, that is z square minus xy. These are the auxiliary equations. Now from the set of from the terms in the auxiliary equation, we'll group the terms or we'll use the multipliers whenever necessary to find two independent solutions. U of xyz is equal to C1 and V of xyz is equal to C2. So we cannot directly group the terms here. So what we do in this particular problem is, you consider 1 into dx minus 1 into dy. That is, we are taking the multipliers as 1 minus 1 0 as one set and 0 1 minus 1 as the other set. Then what do we get? 1 into dx minus 1 into dy, that is dx minus dy divided by 1 into x square minus yz is x square minus yz minus 1 into y square minus zx. This is equal to, now use this set of multipliers, 0, that is 0 into dx. So dx term does not exist, 1 into dy minus 1 into dz. So it becomes dy minus dz divided by 0 into this term plus 1 into this term y square minus zx minus 1 into z square minus xy. So what happens here, after simplification we get dx minus dy divided by x square minus y square, x square minus y square minus, if we take z common from these two terms, minus z common from these two terms, what do we get? We get y minus z. Oh, sorry, y minus x. Z into y minus x is equal to, similarly this right hand term becomes dy minus dz divided by, check carefully, y square minus z square, y square minus z square. Now from these two terms take minus x common, then what do we get? Minus x into, if we take out minus x we get z minus y, z minus 1. So we write x square minus y square as x plus y into x minus y. We can take x minus y common here. We can write this as plus. So let us write this as plus x minus y, and even here also plus y minus z. So this x square minus y square can be written as x minus y into x plus y. That gives dx minus dy divided by x plus y into x minus y, and x minus y is taken common. Then we get x plus y plus z. Similarly, dy minus dz divided by, here we write y square minus z square as y plus z into y minus z. Y minus z is taken common, and we are left with y plus z plus x. Y plus z plus x. This x plus y plus z, x plus y plus z gets cancelled, and we have dx minus dy by x minus y is equal to dy minus dz by y minus z. So we have dx minus dy by x minus y is equal to dy minus dz by y minus z. What does this mean? What is dx minus dy? It is d of x minus y. It is dx minus dy divided by x minus y is equal to d of y minus z divided by y minus z. Okay. So now this is 1 by x minus y, d of x minus y is equals to 1 by y minus z, d of y minus z. How does this look like? 1 by t dt. What is integral of 1 by t dt? It is log t. So integrating both sides. Integrating both sides, we get integral of 1 by x minus y, d of x minus y is log x minus y is equal to, similarly here, integral of 1 by y minus z, dy minus z is log y minus z. And we take the constant as log c1. So after simplification, using logarithmic properties, after simplification, what do we get? Log a minus log b gives log a by b. Cancelling logarithm on both sides, we write x minus y by y minus z is equal to c1. This is the first solution. The u of x comma y comma z is equal to c1. Now to find another solution which is independent of this, we need to take another set of multipliers. So let me tell you one thing here, that we use the multipliers 1 minus 1 0, that is we group dx minus dy and dy minus dz. So we may think that now we can group dx minus dz with any of these two. But in that case, you get the dependent solution. The second solution will be dependent on this. So that is why that is not our option here. We have to try some new set of multipliers. Now for the second set of multipliers, we again consider the auxiliary equations. Now what do we do is, you take the multipliers as 1, 1, 1 for the first set and x, y, z as the second set. Then what happens? Let us see. So 1 into dx plus 1 into dy plus 1 into dz corresponding to this set of multipliers. That is dx plus dy plus dz divided by x square minus yz plus y square minus zx plus z square minus xy. This we obtained with the set of multipliers 1, 1, 1. So with this set of multipliers 1, 1, 1, this ratio is equals to this ratio. This is equals to this. So I am considering this. Now take another set of multipliers x, y, z, that is x into dx plus y into dy plus z into dz. Let us see what this ratio gives. Y dy plus z dz by x into this term p, that gives x cube minus xyz plus y into this term gives y cube minus xyz plus z into this term gives z cube minus xyz. So we are equating these two terms because both are equal to this ratio, so we can equate these two. Now let us simplify them. Dx plus dy plus dz divided by x square plus y square plus z square minus xy minus yz minus zx is equal to, this side it is x dx plus y dy plus z dz divided by x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus xyz minus xyz minus xyz plus minus 3xyz. Now this can be written as y dy plus z dz dz, this is dz, divided by x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz can be written as x plus y plus z into x square plus y square plus z square minus xy minus yz minus zx. This is equal to dx plus dy plus dz divided by x square plus y square plus z square minus xy minus yz minus zx. Now look at the denominators. This term can be cancelled in both the denominators. So what do we left with now? Now we have dx plus dy plus dz divided by 1 is equals to x dx plus y dy plus z dz divided by x plus y plus z. Now cross multiplying we get x plus y plus z into dx plus dy plus dz can be written as d of x plus y plus z is dx plus dy plus dz, derivative of x plus derivative of y plus derivative of z is equal to x into dx plus y into dy plus z into dz. So we just cross multiply. Now look at the left hand side, it is of the form t into dt. X plus y plus z is taken as t, it is of the form t into dt. Now integrating t into dt we get t square by 2, and the right hand side can be integrated because integral of x dx is x square by 2, integral of y dy is y square by 2, and integral of z dz is z square by 2. So now integrating both sides, we get integral of t dt is t square by 2, that is x plus y plus z whole square by 2 is equal to integral of x dx is x square by 2 plus y square by 2 plus z square by 2 plus c. Even still we can simplify this. What is x plus y plus z whole square? It is x square plus y square plus z square plus 2xy plus 2yz plus 2zx by 2 is equal to x square by 2 plus y square by 2 plus z square by 2 plus c2. Now this x square by 2, y square by 2, z square by 2 gets cancelled here, and if we cancel 2 here, we get xy plus yz plus zx is equals to c2. This is the second solution. First one is x minus y by y minus z is equals to c1. This is the first solution and this is second solution. So the general solution is 5 of x minus y by y minus z, comma xy plus yz plus zx is equals to 0. Okay, this is very important problem in the examination point of view. You need to practice again and again to remember that idea. So first what did we do? Consider the auxiliary equations and took the multipliers as 0, 1 minus 1 and 1, y minus 1, 0. That is dx minus dy and dy minus dz. So simplifying the terms and integrating, we obtained the solution. And for the second case, we took the multipliers as 1, 1, 1, x, y, z. We equated those two ratios. Simplifying and integrating, we obtained this solution. So that this is the general solution. Practice this problem again because this is very important one. Okay, do practice problems so that you can find out the multipliers easily. Upon practicing several number of problems, you get an idea how to consider the multipliers. Thank you for watching this video. Keep learning.